life. That's huge. I'm 57. I don't have, David's been a director, you know, we've made a lot of money, but the entertainment industry is changing. I was a stay-at-home mom for 20 years, and so it was rather scary. So for me, it probably was a little easier to say, I don't really have that many options, really. And sometimes that's the greatest gift, is to not have that many options.
Well, you know, I think part of it is we were talking about it. It came up today. See, you saw our team. Did you see our team up here? Yeah. You're amazing people. Where did she do something? So I mean, you know, we have a team. But how do you attract a team? Because one of the things you have to remember is that who would you give up your job and follow? Now, I would do that with Al and Jan. I'd do that with Butch. I would do that with the leaders. You know, look at the leaders that you're looking at. You would probably say, I get it. They're the kind of people I would follow. But are you the kind of person you would follow? Because I have a feeling if no one's following you, it's because you're not somebody that should be followed. So you have to become followable. Which means you have to be the leader that you want others to show up and be. And that's part of why you got to get all in. If you're not all in, who's giving up their job for the half-in person? Nobody. Nobody's committing to you when you're not committed to yourself. So a lot of us want things, but we really don't want to get to the place that has to resonate inside of us for other people to go, oh, hell yeah. Right, oh yeah, that person. See, that place is a very powerful place. It's where you create from. And so Lynn and I had to get to that place with no money. All right, Lynn and I mean, we've sacrificed a lot. We haven't had a lot of money over this last year. You know, I mean, we came to convention last year, and we were like, all right, Al said, Dave, you need to get as many people as possible to convention. So we're like, all right, we got to get up there. Half our people didn't even have money to drive up here. So we drove a van that we barely fit in the damn van. I think we were all ready to kill each other when we got to convention. And then the kicker was after convention, we had to drive home in 18 hours because somebody had to go to work. I will never take someone that has to go to work the day after convention in a van to convention. I would never do that. Because I mean, it took me the whole month to recover. I was basically walking like this. And then we're at the end of the month, and Al says, Al calls and says, guys, the numbers aren't where they should be in August, and we're like still zombies from convention. And I said, Al, it's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen, man. I can't see it happening. And then he said, oh, yeah, I understand. Then I got a call 1 minute later. He said, wait a minute, I'm going soft on you guys because I love you. No, I don't understand. Go platinum. And so Lynn and I, we did go platinum. And as a matter of fact, it was a decision that Michael Hubbard made, Patty Rayner made, in the absence of evidence. And that month we went platinum again. And that's when we realized, even after that, we had to keep making decisions. Lynn, can you talk about how we duplicate ourselves? Because I know you're great at duplicating and helping track people, so what do you do?
Well, all I can say is you saw some of our team members up here, and that to me is the gift in this business. Yeah, the financial freedom is great, and the products are great, but when you start changing people's lives, and I'm not changing people's life, but you help them hold that vision, that dream for them. And sometimes we believe in it, in that dream more than they do themselves, but we keep holding and holding. And then they do the same for their people that resonate with what we have. So our team has a lot of heart, and sometimes we don't do it perfectly. But it's that team effort and that heart and the support that we have for each other is why I think we duplicate. I mean, there's the everyday thing of duplicating that we do. I think our team calls really help us a lot. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I just want to say, I mean, you know, we have people that have made decisions like Patty Rayner and Diane and Phil and Denise and Veronica and Michael Hubbard and, you know, I can go down the list. Carol, who's here in, well, you know, where are you, Puget? Port Townsend. She's just, with nobody really around her, decided to go gold and did it.
Wow.
Last month, just out of nowhere. I can tell you those stories on our team, and it's because, see, you can do anything that you believe you can do.
That's right.
But you know it's true, you will never do anything you don't believe you can, even if you can't do it.
That's right.
It's just a law. It's a law of the universe. And so I just want to acknowledge our team, because truly, you cannot get to Diamond if people don't get your back. So think of it like you're climbing base camp to go to Mount Everest. You go to bronze and silver, you're just learning to get your boots, how to walk, how to get to the, you know, you're just figuring out how to deal with cold weather. It's just practice. Bronze and silver are practice. They're just getting ready to go for the summit. Then, when you go from one base camp to the other, now you're going to gold, platinum. You're figuring out how to climb a mountain. But what do you need to do that? You need a team. You need a system. You need to follow a duplicatable system. Come to the EBIs. Do your daily calls. Show up at meetings. Bring guests. These are things that if you're not doing it, you're not climbing Mount Everest. I don't care who you are. You can't just pop up on Mount Everest and climb it. You have to develop the ability. And then one day, Lynn and I are going, can we summit? Can we get there? We know, could this be the month? Could this be the day? We still, to the last day, Jay and I are calling, are we going to do it? Are we going to summit? Will it happen? We still don't know, but we know, right? So it's really that energy you got to be willing to live in and be in and trust through. That is part of the process.
Well, I think our
Reach it.
time is up, but okay, I'll end it. We hold that vision for every single one of you sitting in this audience, not just Team LA. We're all part of Philly's bigger vision.
That's right.
So let's hold it for each other. Let's win. Let's be the best that we can be inside of ourselves. You know, we're still works in progress. We all are. Just because we're up here doesn't mean that we do it perfectly and we have all the answers. But we just keep getting up and putting one foot in front of the other and keep asking, who can we help? Who's resonating with us today?
Amen.
And I would follow you, David. How many